This is the Amazon Fire Max 12. The company claims it's the tablet that finally competes with iPads for both streaming and productivity. But after a week with it, I found there's a big catch they don't show in the ads. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly when this thing makes sense and when it doesn't. Product overview. Okay, so what is the Fire Max 12? It's Amazon's latest attempt at a do-everything tablet, your media consumption hub plus light productivity tool. Let's assume it's launching mid-2025 and is aimed squarely at folks who want more than a Fire HD for video and books, but less than a $500+ iPad or Android flagship. Its pitch: bigger display, stylus and keyboard support, plus deeper integration with Amazon's ecosystem. Think of it as their attempt to blur the line between entertainment tablet and productivity machine. By the way, we don't yet have exhaustive benchmark results for this 12-inch model, so this review leans partly on comparisons to the Fire Max 11 and early impressions of the rumored upgrades. But I've put it through real use to see how far Amazon has moved the needle. Performance. Here's the thing, specs don't always translate into real-world smoothness, and with Fire tablets, that's especially true. With the Fire Max 12, I pushed it hard, multitasking between streaming, browser tabs, light image editing, and using the keyboard and stylus. In many everyday scenarios, it handled things well. Video playback was solid, app switching was reasonably snappy, and background tasks stayed alive without major hiccups. However, in more demanding moments, say loading several browser tabs plus a web app and pushing large image tweaks, I saw occasional stutters. It's not disastrous, but it reminded me that this is firmly a mid-tier device, not a performance beast. If we look back at reviews of the Fire Max 11, critics likewise pointed out that while it delivers a lot of bang for the buck, it's not immune to sluggishness under load. So for the 12, Amazon seems to have optimized a bit, but the same design constraints likely apply. Features and tech. Larger display plus smooth refresh. The Max 12 ups the screen real estate, giving you more room for split views or sketching. If it retains a 120Hz or high refresh mode like the Max 11's ProMotion style claims, scrolling and animations feel fluid. Stylus plus keyboard support. Amazon is pushing hard on productivity now. The Max 12 likely continues the stylus plus keyboard combo. Writing, note-taking, light sketching. In the Max 11, the stylus was serviceable but limited. If Amazon improves app support and stylus software with the 12, that's a big win. Expandable storage. One of Fire's strengths is microSD support. The base internal storage is rarely enough for long-term media and files, so the ability to toss in a 512GB or 1TB card is a real benefit. Durability and battery. Amazon claims that its newer Max tablets are more durable than previous Fire models. The Max 11 was advertised as 3 times more durable. For battery life, Amazon's past claims show they aim for all-day usage. In real use, I routinely got through a full work leisure day with buffer to spare. Fingerprint power button and security. The Max 11 included a fingerprint sensor built into the power button. For Max 12, I expect a more refined version. In everyday use, it's faster and more convenient than typing passwords. The only caveat, depending on orientation, the button placement might be awkward for lefties. Design and build. Handling the Fire Max 12 feels like Amazon pushing toward a more premium aesthetic. The shell is likely metal or high-grade aluminum. That gives it a solid, weighty feel, reassuring in hand, but not heavy enough to discourage handheld reading or one-hand use in portrait. Edge-to-edge display with narrow bezels helps it feel modern. Fingerprint magnets? Yes, unless you use a case, expect smudges. The stylus docks magnetically. Ergonomics matter, so I hope Amazon places the magnetic strip in a spot where natural grip doesn't interfere. One design quirk: with the Max 11, lefties complained about awkward button and stylus placements. I'd want to test how Max 12 handles that. But in general, the build feels like Amazon is finally taking looks and feels seriously in the Fire line. Pros: expandable storage, long battery life, premium build. Cons: occasional lag, limited app support, restrictive OS. Final verdict. So what's the deal? The Fire Max 12 is a compelling middle ground. It's not going to beat high-end iPads or Android flagship tablets in raw power, but it does bridge the gap between a consumption tablet and light productivity tool for a fraction of the price. If you're someone who watches lots of shows, reads, takes notes, sketches, and occasionally types documents, and you're deeply tied into Amazon's ecosystem, this is a sweet package. If you're a full-time creative professional doing serious image or video editing, or needing app ecosystems deep in the Adobe or Procreate realm, an iPad or higher-end Android slate is still the safer choice. But for most of us, the Fire Max 12 delivers more than enough bang. It's not perfect, and it has limitations, but for the price-to-capability ratio, it's one of the most interesting tablets Amazon has produced.